Hi everyone, my name is Lucy Preston. I am a network marketer, and this video is basically my way of sharing with you a system that will help you to keep everything in one place, to help you keep focused and keep your business moving on. Okay, so before I show you, I first want to talk to you about something called the 4 pillars. So the 4 pillars of any network marketing business, the 4 things that are going to keep your roof up and stop it from falling down. Number 1 is personal development. Number 2 is customers. Number 3 is sponsoring, and number 4 is events. So this folder that I am about to show you is centered around that. Okay, so let me show you. Now my folder, let me talk about my folder. This folder is important. This folder has owls on it. This is not necessary. You don't need to have owls on your folder. However, I do think that you need a folder that relates to you. Owls relates to me. My daughter's nursery is owls. So every time I see owls, I think of her, and she is a part of, you know, the reason why I'm doing all of this. So try and make sure that it's eye-catching for you, that it gives you butterflies. So inside my folder, which is really the nitty-gritty, and I'm going to do this as quickly as possible because I know that when you watch these training videos, when you go over 15 minutes, it starts to get a little bit dull. So let's try and keep this nice and short. Okay, so inside, lots of dividers, okay, lots of dividers, and I'm just going to go through each divider, what it means, how to use it, move on to the next. Okay, so you're ready? Get your pens, get your papers. If you need to press pause and go and get one. Okay, so folder number 1. So in the top corner, you might not be able to see, but I've put pillar 1 because this relates to personal development, which is the first pillar. Okay, so personal development is the first one. Now then, when you turn over in between each one, you've got a piece of paper, and all I'm doing for personal development, and this has got to be personal to you, for me, I am just writing down key points every single day that I get from my personal development. The reason I'm writing it down is because, all right, I've got my other book where I keep all my notes, but I want to write it in here. Just one key point, the date, a key point, maybe from where I've got it from. It's a visual for me to say I did personal development that day. When my business might be going on a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of a blip, I can look back at my folder and I can see where I'm missing, because if you consistently work the 4 pillars, then your business should just keep moving on. Okay, so personal development for me is absolutely vital. 30 minutes every single morning, developing myself, developing my skills, developing you know, personal things, business things, and I write that down. So I've got the date and I've got just a sentence of what I learned. That's simple enough, isn't it? Okay, moving over. My next folder, my next divider is pillar 2. Okay, so that's it for pillar 1. Pillar 2 has got quite a few dividers. So the first one says customers. So simply a list of all your customer names. That's it. People that have bought. People that have bought. Your next divider, so we're on divider number 3. Again, pillar 2 is orders. Okay, so here all I've done is I've written down the customer's name, the product, and the cost. That's it. I'm writing them down. I keep them on separate sheets for the month. So November was one, December's another one, just so I can keep a track. Okay, simple as that, writing down your orders. Next folder, next divider, I keep calling it a folder. Next divider is called pending. Now this can be a little bit confusing, so let me explain. So pending. Each person that orders a product, each of one of my customers has got a separate A4 sheet of paper. I write their name at the top. I might put a little bit about how I've met them, how I've come across them. And then underneath, I will write the products that they've ordered, the date that they've ordered it on, and then a little love heart is next to that. That love heart is about, do they love it? Do they love my product? Do they love what they've bought from me? This is my way of following up. So people will purchase the product, it will be delivered, and then I will make them a separate sheet, and that will go into pending. Okay, it stays in pending until they tell me that they love their product. Yeah, so if I come to my folder and I've got like a what's your people in pending, it means that I've not followed up. I've not gone back to them and asked them how they're getting on. And I say to them, do you love it? And I do not move them until they say, yes, Lucy, I love it. Now then, if they say they don't love it, then obviously you've got to follow that up and fix it fast, and make sure that they either get a product that they do love, or you give them tips and tricks to learn to love the product that they've got. Otherwise, you're never going to get reorders, you're never going to get referrals. So when they tell you that they love it, the next 12 dividers, this is dead simple, you see, months of the year, each one, January, February, March, yeah, different one. So let's just say it's November and my customer says to me, Lucy, I love it. I say to her, amazing, I'm so pleased, and I will take out her sheet from pending and I will put it into January, because I'm on a 2-month rolling cycle, and I make sure that I follow up within 8 weeks to let them know that the product's going to be coming to an end, depending on what product it is, okay? But I catch up with them every 8 weeks, unless they contact me in the meantime. If, for instance, that same customer that ordered in November and I've put her in January, comes to me in December and says, do you know what, I really like that other product too, I want that, then I will go with the last date of when they ordered and I'd move her over to February, okay? Just make sure that I am following up and that I'm keeping in contact, and it's not always about products, but I'm constantly making that connection with them. Okay, so that's 12 dividers done. That was easy, wasn't it? So let me just move my folder over. Then I'm still in pillar 2, so I'm still on customers. My next divider is no orders. So these are people that talk about the products, that are interested in the products, that they might try the products, but they've not actually physically placed an order yet. They've not told you that they don't like it, but they've not placed an order. So I just put a simple list on an A4 sheet of paper, simple list of names. I might write down the product next to it, I might not, but I just write a simple list of names, because again, they're people that you can come back to. Maybe they didn't maybe there was something about a certain product that they didn't quite like, and maybe a new product comes out or they upgrade and that could be the perfect product for them. It just gets it back in your brain again and gets you contacting them all over again. Okay, so that's pillar 1, pillar 2, done. Pillar 3 is sponsoring. So this is about you growing your business so that you end up with a residual income and that you can help lots and lots and lots of other people to achieve their dreams and their goals. Okay, so the first one for pillar 3 is simply, I write the number 300, okay? Because in a month, I make it my goal to talk to 300 people, which works out at 10 people per day. Okay, that doesn't have to be about the business. It doesn't have to be me offering a business opportunity. It doesn't have to be anything to do with my company, but it's me connecting with 10 people every day. Now, that person that you might contact in November, you can write them on your list again in December. But obviously, you're always wanting to grow your network and talk to new people. So there should always be new people on your list. All right, but it's just about connecting with people and writing their names down. Okay, now my next folder is, my next divider is the yes divider. Don't you love it when you hear that? Yes! We hear so many no's in network marketing, and you know, it's not no forever, and they are going to say yes at some point. But when they do say yes, I have got a different A4 sheet for each individual person, okay, that says yes, They might be saying yes to listening to my business overview. They might be saying yes to come to a business opportunity. They might be saying yes to having a phone call with me. Whatever the exposure is, they said yes, so they get a separate sheet. On that sheet, I write down their name, I write down how I've met them, and I write down every single conversation that I have, just key points of that conversation, so that when you follow up with them again, you can remember everything that they've told you before and you're not repeating yourself, and you're getting to know them, and you can look at your sheet and think, well, do you know what? Everything I've spoke about is business. Maybe I need to speak about other things as well. I date every conversation, so that eventually we know each other really well, and eventually they're going to say yes to your opportunity. So I put all of those people into the yes section. Okay. After that, we've got a team section. So once they've gone from the yes and they have joined, then I put them into my team section. So I take them out and I put them in, and that journey is still going on, and I just keep adding to it. Anytime that I have spent with them, I will write it down, just so then when you go back through your we have like a back office that we can see all the numbers and the results and things of people, and maybe that person has come to you and said, you know what, such a thing isn't working in my business, I feel lost. I can go back and have a look and think, well, actually that's down to me because I've not contacted that person quite as much as I should have done. And sometimes people get lost, as your business and your organisation grows. It's really difficult to keep everybody up here. It has to be written down somewhere. So that's the reason why I do that. And then finally, we're on the last one. Finally, the pillar 4 is events. Events are so important and so overlooked in network marketing. Events are where light bulb moments happen. Events are where you can surround yourself with people that are just like you, and where they understand you and you understand them, and there's nobody in your ear telling you that what you're doing is crazy. Everybody's on the same wavelength, and it's just a magical place to be, especially a destination event where you have to literally pack your bag and go somewhere, because you are leaving behind everything and you are just focusing on you and your business and how you can move forwards. So when they say events make money, they really do. You don't come home rich, but you come home with a very, very wealthy brain and mindset. So events to me are absolutely priceless, whether it's somewhere or could be online. There's lots of online events too. I literally have the dates in one column, I'll have the event in another column, and then I also like to write down the people that I'm taking to that event, because lo and behold, give it a couple of years of constantly going to events and you will find that the people that go to events are the people that are still here. And it's proof, it's proof that you can give to people. Also, one of my first major events that I took people to, I think I took about 6 girls, and the following year I took 27 girls. So it just goes to show that if I write it down, that's a visual for me to say it's working. And it's a reminder for my team. I can, keep plugging those events within my team groups and when I speak to them and get excited about them. So that is my folder. I hope that you found that useful. I've tried my hardest to stay under 15 minutes. But yeah. Thank you so much for listening, and I really do hope that was some useful information that can help you grow your business. Lots of love. Bye.